Then we get into a situation that comes up a lot. Say you're casually seeing someone, but suddenly you find yourself acting like her boyfriend, or she's trying to get you to act like her boyfriend, which girls are very good at getting you to do that. And one of the guys in the group shares a moment where things started to blur, and we unpack how to reset that frame.
And she's clearly into me. We had a good time. I really liked it too. And then after the party finished, we went to another bar. I met this other guy, and then the two girls, the guy and me, we went back to my place. We played Jenga, and then eventually I got her out on the balcony, and then we made out hard, and had kissing, and she had her hand on my dick and was putting my hand on her pussy, and was dry humping her on the balcony and everything. At some point, eventually, she's like, "Oh, I have to go home and call a taxi," or something like that. A few questions. One is basically I'm feeling like I'm slipping a little bit into the boyfriend frame with her. For example, one thing that she was saying is that she's having a birthday party in like 1 month and she wants to do a picnic, but she's looking for someone to come with her because all of her friends have boyfriends and she doesn't want to be the only single hanging out in front of couples. And then also just based on other conversations, it feels like I'm slipping into that boyfriend frame a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of signaled that, unfortunately, with the whole not banging her when she asked for condoms the first time. She might have thought like, oh, this guy wants to be my boyfriend because he's not. He's moving slow. I don't know if that really matters. There's a lot you can really do about that, right? Because if all of her friends are typically, or if they're all in relationships, like she said, and that's going to make her really want a boyfriend. And most girls want a boyfriend anyways, right? They don't really want to have a bunch of casual sex with random guys. So I'm not sure there's a lot you can do to sort of get her out of the I want as my boyfriend frame. I mean, that's good that she wants you as your boyfriend. So I would just stick to the rules of how we sort of manage those casual relationships. And, once you do hook up with her, just maintain the boundary so she doesn't get too close too soon.
Like my read is also that I can't do much right now. I basically have to wait until I hooked up with her 2-3 times and then have the whole relationship conversation.
Yeah, that's probably the way to go. The question is now, like, how can I sort of engineer something to see her again where it doesn't seem like I'm asking her on a date?
I already have something. She forgot her earrings at my place, and she actually already asked me when she can come and pick them up.
Perfect. She pulled a George Costanza. I don't know if you guys watched Seinfeld, but that was his move. He would leave an item at the girl's place knowing that he could invite himself back.
Yeah, clever. And then the whole, dry humping and kind of being quite explicit on the balcony, was that a good thing, or should I kind of keep that for the bedroom the next time?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great thing. Why didn't you not try to bang her on the balcony? She had her hand on your dick. Was it a sort of private enough balcony where you could have had sex on it?
I mean, there was a balcony and a window right attached to the balcony, and on the other side of the window was her friend and the other guy sitting. So
not as good. Well, did you try to then move her to your bedroom or anything?
She kind of asked for to go back in and then get a taxi before I was able to do that. I should have been a bit quicker on that one.
Do you have a standard method you use to pull girls back into your bedroom? I talked about this on the last podcast. You should definitely listen to it because it kind of covers social dynamics where you're pulling girls from events and then trying to get them back into your room. The title is more about club game, but that's only a small piece of it.
Is it you just come up with some kind of excuse? So
yeah, like one thing that I would usually use is I'd say I wanted to show them a specific YouTube video. One I used a lot was the Hot Crazy Matrix. So I'd bring up the fact that like, oh, have you ever seen that Hot Crazy Matrix video? And a lot of the time they'd be like, no, big what? You haven't seen that? Like, that's crazy. I have to show it to you. It's all about there's this hot line, there's this crazy line, and it kind of shows you like as a girl, the hotter you are, the crazier you are. And I don't know, you're obviously, very good looking. I'm not sure how crazy you are, but if you're not crazy, then you're a unicorn. So anyways, let's go watch the video. I'll show you real quick, and then I got to kick you out. Got to get my beauty sleep, right? So that's how I would pull her into my room. We'd start watching the video. And the great thing about that video is the framing is kind of puts the girls in their place a little bit too, right? Because it's all about social dynamics, and it shows that you understand that sort of stuff. And then it's pretty easy to just, start making out and hook up.
Yeah, okay, all right. I want to try that the next time.
And finally, someone asked whether hotter girls tend to use more push-pull and teasing. I'm going to give you my take on why that happens, what it really means, and how to keep your cool when it does.
I have another question.
Yeah.
So with this girl thing, I realized like she's good. Like
Different girl, same girl?
it's the same girl, just more general. Like she's pretty good at kind of playing with me, like the way she's flirting and kind of teasing and using push pull and that kind of stuff. And I'm wondering, is that something you notice in general that hot girls just have better game themselves and kind of try to get more out of the guys they're with?
So the question is, do you notice that hot girls tend to be better at push pull and teasing and kind of playing with guys?
Yeah, and also, getting some kind of advantage out of the guys.
Yeah, definitely. Hot girls are masters at these power games, right? Push pull it's all a power dynamic, right? Who likes the other person more? So you're signaling, oh, actually, I don't like you as much as you like me, right? Because whoever is in the position of being more adored, or whoever likes who more, right? That person has a huge advantage in the relationship because they have to do way less work. The person who's more invested does way more work. So the trick is coming across like you're slightly less interested than you really are. And hot girls understand this to a very high level. I mean, they kind of learn it even when they're little girls, when they're cute little girls, they understand that they can just like ask for things and they'll get it. Even Texas, my dog, understands this. Like he knows how to turn on the cuteness and the charm. And he knows if he's cute, he's going to get a treat or he's going to get whatever he wants. And people are just going to be really nice to him. Like he loves strangers, right? He's a big fluffy husky. I've never met a dog who likes strangers, random people. He'll just go right up, like try to lick them, and then he just gets food, right? So he completely understands if I'm nice to people, I get food. And I'm going to be as cute and nice as possible, right? And then he doesn't care about me. He's a dick to me because he knows I'm going to give him food. He literally, like when I call him, he won't even come. He's a fucking asshole, but he loves new people because they might give him new food. So.
But girls on dating apps love him too.
Oh, yeah. That's why you guys all have photos of him on your profile. So
they give him virtual food all the time.
So yeah, I mean, these girls get it really early on. They're like, okay, I can just do a little bit and get all this shit from them. And they know how to weed guys out. They know how to test them to see who's full of it and who's the real deal.
I'd also say hotter girls, they have a much bigger freedom to walk away. Like they don't care. They don't care that much. They really don't care. It's just like whatever. There's just 10 other guys that want them as well because they're hot. So they're like, they can set a pretty, low bar for walking away. If they don't get what they want, walk away.
Right. Like any good negotiator, right? The winner is the guy who's willing to walk away, or the person who's willing to walk away. And hot girls, they can walk away from every deal because it's endless deals coming their way, right. At least for a period of time, right? When they're in that window of the most desirable, it's just infinity deals. So they're only going to take the absolute best of the best, and easy game for them. Orion Taraban talks about that, the please no games. As a man, you have to get really good at winning please no, and women are already, they're very comfortable being in the position of no. It's just their default position, and most of us got
please no.
Please no is just a very rudimentary improv game where one person is the asker and one person is the giver, right? So when it comes to sexual dynamics, the woman is the giver of sex and the man is the asker, right? So the guy has to keep saying, please, 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 and her job is to say no, 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 no. The winner wins when he gets her to say yes, right? And so guys do all sorts of things to get the girl to say yes, like all of your wooing and charming and luring and this, that, and whatever. And it's the girl's job to keep trying to scam you and say, no, 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 no. So as a guy, the better you can get at that game, the better that is game, right? You have to not care. That it's her job to say no. Guys who are like scared of rejection, they're like, oh, I might get no. Like that's default. That is just life. So, if you're not willing to get a no, like you have no shot. It's the guy who's willing to get the most no's and doesn't care who's going to get the most yeses.
One thing that I want to try more with is kind of holding up the tension that's existing as long as I possibly can without pushing for sex in the future. Because I feel that's just my edge right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ultimate move for a man, is if you can signal to her that you don't actually care if you have sex with her or not. It's like, okay, it'd be fun. I'd be down, but I don't care. I have plenty of other people that are interested in that, and you're welcome to say yes, you're welcome to say no. That is the most attractive sort of position a woman can be in with a guy. I remember hearing a story about a Playboy model who ended up choosing her husband because he didn't get turned on during a photo shoot when she was naked. He just didn't care, and it drove her crazy because every other guy, lost their shit, but not him. So that's the whole playing the long game thing.